Have you noticed the differences between the past and the nowadays society? Throughout the years, innovation makes the world evolve, and people are growing along in the process. Values and priorities are changing, among other things. Today's society reflects in both topics dissatisfaction and family, as the technologies makes it easier to complain, to keep in touch with our beloved, and obviously, with the actual COVID situation, the presence of both of the topics is constantly increasing. First of all, it is easier than ever to demonstrate a lack of satisfaction, which brings the topic's dissatisfactions to light. With one click, society can express their opinion, and it is way effortless to do it under a username than achieving it in person. In the story developed, the parents were shutting down the electronics, and to demonstrate their disapproval, their kids acted against them by bringing them in the nursery. They might have dealt with it in a radical way, but actually did something. However, there are a considerable number of people who express their thoughts on the internet or like on poor services or literally on everything without making any initiative or telling it to the right person. Moreover, people don't need a valid or reasonable point to complain anymore. Second of all, cell phones and social media bring family together more than ever in today's society. When human beings have a thought about a loved one at any time, if they want to meet with them like right about now, they clearly don't have to send a letter and wait for a month for the answers. People can keep their family close even if it's not the case physically. For instance, in the story Borders, Letizia sent postcard to her family to let them know how she was doing. However, today's society can do greater action to keep in touch. Instead of postcard, they can literally see and talk to each other through a screen. Throughout the years, there is also multiple occasions that brings family together, such as Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, and more. Ultimately, the topic family is always present in the society even if the circumstances are not accommodating. More important, since the family is now living in a global pandemic, both dissatisfactions and family stand out from other topics. The Prime Minister François Legault and the Dr. Horacio Arruda are taking decisions that they actually think might be the best for the population. However, people don't miss their chance to criticize them and tell them that they are not satisfied with how they manage the COVID situation. If they allow the population to go back to their normal life, people scream on every roof that they are doing nothing to help the situation. On the other hand, when they ask to respect some new isolation and distanciation rules, the population acts as if it is nonsense and they follow any of the rules and they start manifestation. Although with isolation, people can realize how important family is for them. The topic family is a current subject for all the Quebec population and probably for all the rest of the world. They realize how seeing them and staying at a certain distance without hugging them is genuinely hard. Usually, it is when we are deprived of something that we notice how important it was to us, and this is what is happening with families. People learn to appreciate time they spent with the one they loved. In short, if populations were asked to talk about what they heard on TV, they would also describe the news with those topics. Finally, dissatisfaction and family are topics that are most likely to describe today's society. Technologies obviously make it easier to express their dissatisfaction because all they need is a keyboard. Also, the global pandemic is an awesome subject to complain about. However, the virus helps the population to realize how time with the beloved is precious and should not be taken for granted. It should be embraced even if distance separates a family because several solutions are within our reach with today's technologies. It is clearly recommended to put your dissatisfaction aside and enjoy time with the one you love.